we want to address everything that people are thinking, well, it went wrong before or it might go wrong here. We want to let them know that by the grace of God, this is all going to go right. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, and you talked about education. We talked about military. Let's be real. The infrastructure is something that has to be addressed in Liberia because we in America have come to live a certain way, expect a certain level of comfort, if you will, that maybe the rest of the world doesn't necessarily. That's not their thing. We like to have our comforts, and you may not have your internet connection all day in Liberia. You might have to take a walk to go get some water, or things like that. So clearly, we know that there are some infrastructure issues that would have to be built up for us to feel comfortable, to go there and live life. But it can be done. I mean, right?
Absolutely.
Same friend, when I was talking about the plan with them and going back and forth a little bit, he threw a lot of, good points out, pointing out the pitfalls or potential pitfalls in this. But at the end, I was like, but just imagine if, right? Just imagine if we could build in a place without oppression, right? Without the constant fighting against
being under the purview of.
There you go.
Yep.
We've talked about this stuff on other shows, is that how freeing would it be to reimagine an education system that includes us? Because we know that here in America, a lot of these things that have been developed didn't include a vision for the descendants of the enslaved. We weren't even a thought in their decision making and their development process. And certainly we weren't included. We rarely had a seat at the table, and if there was maybe one at the table,
that's right.
It was
the seat in Charlie Brown when the guy was sitting across. Old boy was sitting across the Thanksgiving episode. We've seen that, and look, hey, you my guy, Peanuts, Charles Schultz, but why was he across? And he was at the table, but everyone else was over here. Snoopy over here. He over here by himself, black dude. So anyway, we were.
Yeah, the seat at the table. Your mic don't work. Sorry. You had something to say? We'll get back to you. No, it wasn't a real inclusion. It wasn't a real partnership. And we, unfortunately, and that's the problem with America. We are in an age now where the words diversity and inclusion and those sort of things, equity, are all being turned to be something negative. But it really just means that everybody's voice is included